So you're welcome once again. We're going to have a very great time this morning. I don't believe you are ready. All right, so today's Father's Day, yes, of course, it's no longer news. We're going to have a great time. But before I continue, I'd like to celebrate our men's president. He's not on seat. In person of Mr. Akinde. Let's celebrate him as Semsha. Thank you, sir. And also, let's celebrate the leaders, those who also put together this wonderful event. The event has been great right from the very start, right? I think just like what Mr. Ponluru said, maybe Pastor Ewa should join the music team, right? It did really, really, really well. That was on another level. Thank you, sir. Yeah, and of course, we have some panel sections and, of course, a game that I didn't win in that sense, but that's by the way. But the panel session was also a great time. It was as though they already saw what I was going to talk about today. But don't worry, we're still going to have a great time. So I know that, yeah, of course, today is Father's Day. I know that some of us here in the room, right, if I'm honest, when we talk about the word Father's Day, it doesn't mean the same to everybody across all boards. It doesn't mean the same for everybody across all board. It means, for some people, it means a present father, someone that is present, someone that is active, someone that is someone that is always there for the children or for the family. And for some people, it's just complicated. Maybe for you, maybe Father's Day reminds you of an absent father, or maybe Father's Day reminds you of a bitterness that you felt from somebody you looked up to, but never did up to what you expected. Maybe you are here. All right? Maybe you are here. Because to be honest, all right, gathering men is not always easy. It's not always easy because men are busy. Men have responsibilities they carry. Men suffer silently without telling people around them, in quotes. Yet, when men come together, something powerful usually happens. Because the impact of a man, all right, in our homes, in our community, in our church, cannot be overlooked. Cannot be overlooked. Yeah. In fact, when men come together, his family what? Come together. When men grow, all right, his word around him also do what? Grows. When a man is strengthened, all right, when a man is strengthened, the people around him benefit from him. Are you listening, please? All right. Because when God works with a man, all right, he does not stop at him alone. And of course, the influence of a man reaches his family, his community, his next generation. And that's why a day like this matters a whole lot. And perhaps, maybe today is not the Father's Day you want to remember. All right? But because today is Father's Day, it's not just mere about honoring the men. It's also reflecting about the men we are becoming. All right? So before we talk about anything, let's pause to honor men once again. Permit me, let's just honor ourselves. Yeah. All right. And whether we say it out loud or we don't say it out loud, all right, not this day. Of course, this day carry different meanings for everybody, like I said. For some, celebration. For some, strength, leadership. For others, it's complicated. All right? I know of a friend, very close friend, that had a complicated father. I don't want to go through the stories of the word complicated father. Because the word father does not bring comfort. For some people, it brings some memories of absence. All right? For some, it brings questions that are unanswered. For some, it brings pain that times cannot heal. And for some of us in this room, it's not about celebration yet, in that sense. It's about what we are becoming. It's about becoming responsible. It's about becoming present, becoming stable, becoming the kind of a man our future depends on. So today is not just about celebration, like I said. It's about reflection of what we are becoming. And to those that celebrate today, I celebrate with you. For those who are grieving today, I grieve with you. And for those who carry memories of Father who are no longer here, I share in those memories. I honor those memories. And for those who carry the wounds from fathers who have been absent, distant, unavailable, we acknowledge your pain. Acknowledge your pain. And for those who are trying to become the kind of a man that never had the privilege of learning from, I see your courage. And because it's Father's Day, it is not easy on everyone. And every woman and every man here have been affected in some way or one way or the other by the presence or the absence of a man. Everyone. Your story does not have to end where the pain begins. That's my encouragement for you this morning. Your absence of your experience, the experience you experience does not have to define the presence you become. The mistake of yesterday does not have to become the legacy of tomorrow. You know what? Somebody say what? Because God specializes in taking broken stories and rewriting redemptive stories. And perhaps, if you are here, that today is not just about fathers, it's about becoming. All right? It's about the work God is doing in people. It's about the God who meets us where we are, but loves us too much not to leave us where He meets us. So as I start, all right, this morning, all right, every man in this room is becoming something. Every man. Every woman in this room is becoming something. Everyone in this room is a work in progress. Everyone is a work in progress. Everyone. None of us here are fully arrived. We are all learning. We are all growing. We're all growing. And we'll be shaped by our experiences and the seasons of our lives. In fact, most of the things God uses to shape us is usually the very things that we choose to avoid. I'm going to explain. The disappointment, the delay, the closed doors, the heartbreaks, the unsuccessful business deal, unanswered prayers, the setback, the failures. The season that makes you wonder if anything is happening at all. And the truth is, can you help me on the board, please? Yeah, the truth is, can we say this together, please? Life moves in season. I'm going to spend a little time in explaining season. So Pastor wrote a book about, I don't know how many years now. I wrote a book about seasons, and I believe we should read that book if you've not gotten the book. All right, so, in Nigeria, right, we have how many seasons? Harmattan, raining, 2. Dry and wet season, or dry and rainy season. So we have 2 rainy seasons, but some people would say we have 3 seasons, rather. The dry season, the rainy season that we are in now, and the harmattan season. But obviously, it's just 2. But in some part of the world, in the Western world, the Europeans and all those things, they had 4 seasons. Thank you. They have summer, winter. Also, of course, we had a songwriter that sang with the song, that sang with the seasons. Summer, winter, autumn, spring. Right. So life is in season. Whatever stages you are in your life, you must first understand the level at which you are. First, are you with me, please? Yes. You must understand the level at which you are. So I'm going to explain the 4 different seasons, and I'll try to be able to explain so that we can understand, because that would help me in what I'm about to say next. I don't want you to lose out, so just pay attention as I move forward. So first, I'm going to talk about the spring, all right, spring season. Like the word spring sounded, something is springing forth. Spring is a time of season whereby things are beginning to sprout. Things are beginning to sprout. Leaves are beginning to rise up again, in that sense. Things are beginning to rise up. How does this translate to our life? It means that our life, we're experiencing new opportunities, new hope, new visions, springing forth. Many people love spring, yeah, of course, because things are, for instance, probably you are a student in school. You're a student in school and you're in your spring season. You apply for scholarship, you got the scholarship. You apply for maybe some other exams, you passed, Those things are happening, little by little. You're a business person. Clients are coming, 1, 2, little by little, and so on like that. Or you're into real estate, all right? Maybe you're into real estate. Clients are beginning to ask you, okay, the land that you have in Ekpe, how much is it? You're negotiating already. So you're seeing signs that something is about to happen. You're seeing obvious signs, something is about to happen. So you're in your spring season. Spring season. So we also have the autumn season. The autumn. This is this transitioning between the summer and the winter. Transitioning between the summer and what? And the winter. Of course, I'm going to spend more time on the winter part, but let me just stay on this a little. So, the autumn is a preparation for the winter. In winter, when we talk about winter, of course, I've not traveled there before. Of course, we've seen movies, all right? Winter is very snowy, all right? Many things are usually happening, especially some grasses don't grow anymore, some plants, are just dormant and all those things. So, autumn is a preparation that leads to that kind of a season. The transitioning. If you're in that kind of a season, you begin to experience maybe downtime in your business, little by little. The client that was supposed to call you, and did not call you anymore, or you're almost getting something, and that is not happening. Are you with me, please? The room is very silent. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. All right. So we also have the summer season. All right? Of course, I like this season a lot. In that sense, I will explain. But I will explain. So the summer season, is a season of growth. A season where productivity is visible. The season where your hard work now begins to produce real results. It's a season where the momentum, all right, momentum is high. If you are a pastor, or a ministry person, or a music person, you begin to get invitations. Invitation upon invitations. Invitation upon invitation. If you're into real estate, clients are calling you, come and do site apportioning. In Ekpe, they're also calling you, drag you to come and do another site apportioning somewhere. Or you're a student in school. I just clearing A. You have multiple scholarship here and there. It's not left you to now decide, okay, maybe I should go to Italy, or I should go to France. You're not deciding. Or maybe you're a freelancer, or a tech person. Apply for many jobs. And you have maybe like 6 or 5 interviews. And you cleared everything. Or maybe you cleared 4. And it's up to you to now decide. Okay, which one you want to choose? You are in your summer season. And the truth is, you can be in different season in different areas of your life at the same time. You can be in different season in different areas of your life at the same time. So let's say you take your life, all right, to classify them into different levels, maybe financial, academics, career, relationship, and all of those things. You can be in the summer season in your career, jobs you are just getting job. You can be in the autumn season, maybe in your finance. Is that possible? Because if you get a job, right, you'll be having money, right? Okay. All right, but you understand what I'm trying to say. You can be in different seasons at the same time. But guess what? No season is bad. Every season comes with its purpose. Every season you find yourself comes with its purpose. And of course, man does not determine the season of life he is in. We're created in this world. God created this world, all right? He put things in place, principles in place. We don't control seasons. Just like we don't control the weather, in quotes. We don't control the weather. We don't control season. But however, we can determine the results and the experience that we get out of each season that we are in. So I don't know the season you are in. Whatever outcome you experience or you're experiencing is determined by you. No season of life is bad. You can take that down. No season of life is bad. Every season comes with its purpose and what? And the happening in the season is actually a preparation for the what? Because this season I talked about, it keeps on going round and round and round and round and round and round. It keep on going. Just like the same way we have dry season and wet season, just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. So look at this also. You see, I had to quote Pastor Femi William because I don't want to infringe on copyright. All right, can we read this together, please? No season of life is a disadvantage. Neither is any season a curse. Every season is a blessing but in different. Every season is a blessing, a season put in different ways. So this time is running. All right, let me talk about the winter very, very quickly. Winter. All right, so I said autumn is the preparation for winter. All right, but when winter comes, everywhere is cold. Winter is different from every other season. The trees appear to be bare. Not everything seems to stop growing. Except for some, of course, there are some trees that thrive in cold weather. But in this season, the landscape looks lifeless. Nothing appears to be happening. Everything looks dry. That's the kind of season you are in that say, oh boy, everywhere what? Everywhere dry. And maybe that's where some of us are today. Not just the men, both the men and the women in the room. Maybe that's where many of us find ourselves today. In one area of our life, maybe we are experiencing this coldness. In some area of our life, it is working. Okay. All right.
Hello, partners. Thank you for your generous giving. Your giving has helped us, impact our world, impact our community, do many things that God has laid in our heart. Take the message to reach people globally. Thank you so much. And I want to call and encourage you to partner, support, and give to us as we take the message further. We have a plan and a vision to reach between 500,000 or a million people on a weekly basis. And with your generous donation and giving, we will be able to. So if you love to partner with us, you've been blessed by this ministry, the details are on the screen. Blessings.
All right, so things aren't working the way that would hope. The relationship, the business deal. Someone that has promised you, we're going to, sign a deal together, and, the person just back off all of a sudden. Is it your career? Is it your business? Is it a dream that you've had that God said to you? Maybe you saw in vision, my son. In so 2026 or 2025, maybe 2025, you do this and this and this and this. Maybe a prayer. A season of life that seems stuck. It looks like there's no way out. Are you with me, please? But what if what I just said isn't true? What if? What if something is happening? All right? What if something is happening? All right? What if something is happening where you are not looking? Maybe, what if? What if while you are focused on what is not working, God is focused on what is working in you? What if? Is a question. Of course, I don't expect us to answer the question anyways. What if, while we are asking God to change the circumstances, God changes my situation. I've been on this mountain for too long. What if God is using that very circumstances to change you? What if? My encouragement to you this morning is that don't give up just yet. Don't give up. Before you say don't give up just yet. Can you tell the person on your right, say, don't give up just yet. And this is the reason why I say you shouldn't give up just yet. And it's because, can we read this together, please? Because what is, no one's ready to go. Because what is not working for you is working on you. So I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes to expatiate on this, because this is the bulk of my message today. But to make us understand these statements, I'd like to share, tell us a story. How many of us like story? Like story. Thank you. All right, so there was a story of a boy. All right, the guy was 5 years old. Is that a toddler? 5 years old. Is he a toddler? A child, Ravi. Thank you. So a 5-year-old child was disturbing his father. And the father was doing some serious calculation, trying to balance the book. The book was not balancing. The guy was disturbing. Daddy, I want this. So the man said, what will I give this child? Oh. The man got a magazine, and tore a part of the magazine. So the part of the magazine was a picture of the world map. So he tore the magazine into pieces and gave it to the boy. Junior, let's call the boy Junior. Junior, go and arrange this stuff. So the boy went. So the man thought, this guy, he will be there for a long time. He has given him work. That's a road done. Go and sit down there. But after 5 minutes, the guy came back. Daddy, I'm done. The man was shocked. How come this 5-year-old was able to, figure this and say, Daddy, it was simple now. Because when I looked at it, I saw that there was a picture of a man behind. And I discovered that if I put the man's picture together, the word will come all right. And the man brace packed. That's a good story, right? But I don't want to do that on the lessons in the story. Because when the man was right in the puzzle, let's call it a puzzle now. When the man was right, the word behind it was what? Was right. The same puzzle, the same piece, the same word. But everything changed when? When the man changed. Everything changed when the man changed. Because if you fix the man, you fix the world he sees. Because if you fix the man, you begin to fix the world he sees. You begin to fix the world he sees. He sees. All right. And I'm wondering how many of us are trying to fix our world? You are here trying to fix the world around you. Things that you're trying to, make them come together. But guess what? While we're trying to fix our world, the world around us, God is trying to form us. How many of our prayers are focused on changing circumstances when God is focused on changing you in that circumstance or in those circumstances? How many times have we asked, Lord, change this situation? Why me? God, why me? How many times have we had those kind of prayers? Why God is written to you, let me change you in this situation. We Christians were so quick to want to, of course, we pray a lot here. We're so quick to want to pray, God, changes, and it looks like it's not working. And we're like, my life, in that sense, it doesn't make sense. We're stuck. But Jesus didn't promise us a smooth ride, actually. Yes, sir. He never did. He didn't. Can you, John 16. John 16, let's read. So John 16, verse 3 in NIV version, it says, let's read together, please. I've told you these things so that in me, in this world you would have trouble. In this world, you would have trouble. You would have trouble. So I know there was growing up, there was an ideology that was taught to me that when you are saved, when you get born again, all your troubles, disappear. That's not true. Because the double what trouble even times 2 or even times 3. With times 3. But of course, Jesus Christ will not leave us forsaken. He will not ever leave us stranded. And I like the way Amplified Classic put it. So let's read the Amplified, please. Once you're ready to go. I have told you these things so that in me you may have perfect peace and confidence. In the world you would have tribulations and trials and distress and frustration. Next, please. All right. But what? Take courage. Be confident. For I have what? But I have what? All right, let's go ahead. I love this part. We have conquered it for you. For I have what? Conquered it for you. Of course, this sounds encouraging, right? It sounds encouraging, right? Does it? It sounds encouraging, right? But there's a surprise command somewhere. James chapter 1 verses 2 to 3. James 1, 2 to 3. Can we read that together, please? Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. Hold on. Putting James was putting joy and trials in the same sentence. It doesn't make sense. Joy makes sense. Of course, joy makes sense. I got admission. Joy makes sense. I got the contract. Joy makes sense. But when you're now faced with trials, he said, count it, consider it joy. And it will pure joy, right? Thank you, sir. Pure joy. Consider it pure joy. And we'll go on to explain the reason why he said so. Can we read, please? Verse 3. Because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Next, please. And let endurance have its perfect results, and do a thorough work. Do a thorough work on what? On what? On me. On you. The NIV version says, produce. Use the word produce. Use the word produce. When we're talking about produce, there are some of the things we see, the finished work we see, there are some complex and simple stages that goes on the ground that we don't see. We don't see them. We don't see them. But they make up the components of the what? Of the product you're buying. So I need to rush now. All right. Just help me. Let's move. All right. So don't skip the process. Many Christians are so quick to God, remove this, remove that, blah, 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 and all of those things. But we don't want to go through the process. We don't want to trust the process. Just like Arsenal fans, they trusted Arteta, trusted the process, and they got exactly. Trust the process. Don't skip the process. Because if you skip the process, we become half done or half baked. We will not be mature. We will not achieve what we want to achieve. Why? Because we are half baked. Trials are part of life. Because trial, is a stepping stone to the next stage of your life. Trial stretches you. Imagine an elastic material for people that did physics, O-level physics. Even if you don't do less, just take elastic material. You stretch it. When you stretch, what happens? It stretches beyond its original length. It almost gets into the elastic limits or the break point. You stretch, but when you release it back, it comes what? It comes back. But guess what? It won't come back to that actual position anymore. It has increased in length. So when you go through trials, you feel like, you almost got to the break point. Guess what? You cannot break. You will not break. Because here's what I wanted to know. Here's what I want. If you didn't get anything in what I've been saying for the past 25 minutes or thereabouts, what is not working for you is working on you. What is not working for you is what is working on you. So before we ask God to change our situation, I think we need to change the perspective a little. All right? Instead of asking God, change it, change. Can we just say to God, God, what are you doing in me through the situation? So I'm not going to use this slide anymore. I want to try and keep up with the time. All right. So what are you changing in me through the situation? And some of us have been in a situation whereby you are grateful to God that those prayers didn't come to pass. You are grateful to God that relationship didn't happen. You are grateful to God that business deal didn't happen. I remember in the early days of the church, there was a guy, I don't know the guy, pastor told me then, like I wanted to, send some money to the church. I was really happy. Thank God though. He was going to send millions, maybe $1 million or so. I can't remember his name. So, but the guy did not send it. And I didn't like to have pastor those kind of things. So after a while, pastor told me that the guy was actually into fraud. and they were looking for him. So what if that thing had happened? They'll carry pastor. They'll carry me. Carry the accountants. We cannot know the extent of what will happen if we don't go through those stages. We will be grateful to God that God didn't remove those things when we see the outcome after. Thank you, sir. We'll be grateful to God. For Joseph had a dream, even from God. Maybe you are here, God told you 2025, you will marry. It's 2026 already. You will still marry. You will still marry. Joseph had a dream from God himself. What happened? He went through different things. All of those things taught him different lessons. The betrayal taught him how to forgive. Those things taught him patience. It made him even wise. Some of us are even wiser because of the things we've experienced. Because a normal Joseph will be like, I had a dream. There were stars, but my star was the biggest. When it was time to, approach, he said, no, calm down. God will do what? God will give the Pharaoh what he wants. So he became wiser. So what if the situation you are going through, what if the season you are in, the winter season you are in whatever areas of your life, is working on you, drilling you? Because success can happen overnight. But character is not built overnight. Maturity is not built overnight. You can attain success overnight, but it will not last. It will fall overnight. What if you've been praying to God for to change? What if what you're praying God for to change is actually working on you? I was going to use Paul the apostle, right? He prayed to God 3 times that God should remove the thorn on his body. But God repeated the same statement over time. My grace is sufficient for you. My grace is what? Sufficient for you. Can you hear me skip to that part of that scripture? Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. I love this translation. I can't remember. It's 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. Yes, 2 Corinthians. Yeah, let's read together. Please. Each time it's said, my grace is sufficient. My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. What God was trying to say, Paul, wait. That thing you are praying to me about, I'm using it. I am using it. That's why when Paul was writing this letter, he was on his way to Macedonia, all right? But Paul will later write in Ephesians that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, and he was in prison then. He was not even thinking about his weakness anymore. So what if? So one thing I want us to take home this today, is there any situations in your life it feels like nothing is working, everything looks dry as winter? Can you switch it over and begin to ask God, what are you doing in me through this situation? What are you doing in me through this situation? And that's the book of my message this morning.
Thank you for being part of our YouTube channel. I hope you were blessed by that powerful teaching. I want you to stay connected to us by following us on all our social media platforms. The details are there. I need you to subscribe as well and share this link to your friend. Let them join and be blessed. Also, I would like to have you in our physical location. If you're based in Lagos, try and join us this Sunday. You will be super blessed. Before we go, I'd like to give you an opportunity to start a relationship with Jesus if you don't have a relationship with Jesus. So can you please place your right hand on your chest and pray this simple prayer with me. Say, dear Lord, I repent of my sin. I acknowledge you as my Lord and personal Savior. Thank you for dying for me, and thank you for accepting me into your family. In Jesus' name. If you have said that prayer, I can tell you that you are saved, you're born again, and welcome to God's family. There is a link on the screen. I'd like you to fill that link. We want to know more about you and get your details. And of course, this Sunday, we're looking forward to seeing you. Till we see you again on this channel, keep what? Stay blessed. Yes. Stay blessed? Yeah, stay blessed. Blessings. See you next time.